Hey Libra, this read is for you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll see what the universe has in store for you today. Alrighty, so universe, what messages do you have for Libra? You got some guidance, some insight. Oh, and I think she does. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll see what she has in store for you. So, spiritual strength, rest and rejuvenate, and patience. Harmony and conflict and defeat. So I feel like she's going to be speaking about taking time for reflection to help in dealing with perhaps the conflict that's going on, maybe some self-doubt, maybe even doing some soul searching to be able to see clarity in your path in life. I have truth, partnerships and alliances, recognition and reward, movement, choices and decisions, and moving on. So to me, these cards definitely speak of transition, and a transition that you're choosing. I feel like it's tied into that rest and rejuvenate though, taking time for reflection, realizing some self-truths. I have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords represents a situation which you felt was unfair. I feel like there was something that you had to fight for. As the Five of Wands speaks to, it speaks of conflict. I feel like it also ties into your choice of moving on. I have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles represents starting to see the fruits of your labor. I feel like it's also speaking to this thing that you had to fight for, and seeing the benefit of that. I have the Seven of Pentacles, which represents an abundant harvest. So not just the abundance of the harvest, but the groundwork that had to get put in to be able to attain that abundant harvest. And I feel like that was within the fight as well, fighting for your fair share of something. I almost feel like it ties into the partnerships and alliances. Having to fight for your fair share of something you had accumulated with somebody else, maybe. I have the Hanging Man here. The Hanging Man represents that you're capable of finding success. The only thing that could possibly hold you back is you. And when I say you, I speak of doubts. I speak of fears, insecurities. Those are the things that tend to hold us back from making choices or taking risks. I have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant speaks to a higher learning. I feel like he speaks to insight. I feel like he's definitely tied into that rest and rejuvenate and taking time for some soul searching. The Chariot card to me encourages your forward positive progress. Perseverance is a lot of times the word that goes with the Chariot card. And moving forward, I feel like there's swift change in the air, as the Eight of Wands is speaking to. It's tied into this partnership and alliances. I have a Queen and a King of Cups here. I don't feel like they both relate to you, so I feel like one of them is somebody else, and I feel they're both tied into that partnerships and alliances. I'm going to pull a few more cards. I want to get a good impression of those. I feel like one of them is you and one of them is your ex. I feel like it's speaking to a relationship that came to an end. I do have the Five of Swords here, and the Five of Swords represents selfish or short-won victories. A lot of times he's a warning. I feel like this card is tied in with your ex. And that's why you had to fight, because they would have taken more than their fair share from you. I have the King of Pentacles, which I don't feel is you. I feel it's the other person. I feel it's your ex. The qualities that tend to go with the King of Pentacles are wealth. Because Pentacles tends to represent money. I feel like it's speaking to their attempt to take all the wealth in the relationship. But I have the Judgment card here. She is my karma card. She speaks of getting back what you put into the universe, and evening things out in balance. I feel like she's on your side here. Karma's on your side and making sure that you get what's fair. I have the Ace of Pentacles, which speaks of new beginnings, and again, Pentacles represents money. I feel like it speaks to this Three of Pentacles, this money coming your way. And the recognition and reward, I feel like it's tied to that too. I have the Six of Swords, which speaks of moving from a stormier time to a calmer one in your life. And I think it's ushering in this financial win. I think this is what's going to help to smooth some things out. And not just that, but because the money that's coming to you is what you feel is fair and your fair share, I feel like emotionally it's going to help to smooth things out and bring balance as well. Because you won't be feeling that Seven of Swords anymore, because karma is taking care of you and giving you your fair share of things. I have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords can represent feeling trapped or stuck in negative thoughts or emotions. So much so you have trouble finding clarity. I feel like it's also speaking to having to fight with this person. I feel like it's speaking to focusing on the unfairness, the injustice, this person being a dick and trying to take all the money for themselves. I think it's a warning to not get stuck in that, because it won't serve you in any way, shape, or form. And on top of that, karma is giving you your fair share. So this person doesn't matter anymore. Their greed doesn't matter, because karma is evening things out. I have the Four of Pentacles. He's sometimes called the miser card. He can speak of greed, of penny pinching. I feel like he ties into your ex in that greed, and not allowing yourself to stay angry at that person for their greed, because like I said, karma's evening things out. The Knight of Pentacles represents what you've been working towards for a long time, finally coming to fruition. It's that Ace of Pentacles. It's this Ten of Pentacles, this abundance. It's your fair share. I have the Queen of Pentacles, and I feel like she's speaking to you. I see the word you when I look at her, so I feel like wealth is coming your way. So I have the Page of Swords here, and the Page of Swords can represent a delayed or disappointing news. I feel him tied in with the Lovers card. And so it's referring to this relationship coming to an end. But I have the Empress, and she speaks of nurturing and of growth. I feel like, I don't know if this person was a real raging jerk, but they definitely weren't the partner that you needed. They were not someone who was going to nurture your future. They were not someone who you were going to find that everlasting harmony with. And so them being removed from your life allows you to then grow and find fulfillment and find harmony and find that abundance and happiness, because they're no longer there, because they weren't meant to be there anyways. Well, I have the Knight of Cups, which represents an emotional victory. The Ace of Swords, which speaks of triumph, and the Eight of Cups, which represents a new journey forward. And I feel like that's what this is for you. This is a new chapter of your life. You're going to be moving on, moving forward. You'll have wealth to start your new life. I have mental conflict, firm foundation, and the waiting game. So I feel like the waiting game is speaking to this dragging on for quite a while. I feel the mental conflict tied in with that as well. Having to argue, having to fight with this person all the time. And then the emotions left over from knowing that that they were greedy and they tried to take from you more than what belonged to them. Being able to let go of that and move forward, and this money coming in, karma evening things out, I think that's what's going to set you that firm foundation for a happy future, for harmony. I feel drawn back to the harmony card. I feel like that's what's coming your way by being able to move past this situation. Alrighty guys, that's what tarot said to me. I hope that you enjoyed the read. Please feel free to comment because I love hearing from you guys, and feel free to like or subscribe if you're not already part of our community at Tarot Harmony. We would love to have you. Take care.